Excuse me. So in lieu of a commission chair at the moment, I will call the June monthly meeting to order. It is 7:02. And we do have a land acknowledgement. We did deliver it at the AGM prior, so we'll just jump over that this time. So our first item of business is the swearing in of the commissioners elect. So if I could get Commissioner Laura Mulrooney, please.
Do I need to stand up or anything?
Just read it and
Okay.
sign.
The whole thing?
Yes, please.
Okay. I, Laura Mulrooney, a commissioner of the Village of Chester, declare that in carrying out the duties as a commissioner, I will exercise the powers of my office and fulfill my responsibilities in good faith and in the best interest of the village residents. I will exercise these responsibilities at all times with due diligence, care, and skill in a reasonable and prudent manner. I will respect and support the bylaws, policies, code of conduct, and the decisions of the commission. I will keep confidential all information that I learn about commissioners, personnel, contract negotiation, and any other matters specifically determined by the commission to be matters of confidence, including matters dealt with during in-camera meetings. I will conduct myself in a spirit of congeniality and respect for the collective decisions of the commission and subordinate my personal interests. I will immediately declare any personal conflict of interest that may come to my attention. Sworn at Chester, this 11th day of June. Okay.
All right, and Commissioner-elect O'Malley.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair. I, Randall O'Malley, a commissioner of the Village of Chester, declare that in carrying out the duties as a commissioner, I will exercise the powers of my office and fulfill my responsibilities in good faith and in the best interests of the village residents. I will exercise these responsibilities at all times with due diligence, care, and skill in a reasonable and prudent manner. I will respect and support the bylaws, policies, code of conduct, and decisions of the commission. I will keep confidential all information that I learn about commissioners, personnel, contract negotiation, and any other matters specifically determined by the commission to be matters of confidence, including matters dealt with during in-camera meetings. I will conduct myself in the spirit of congeniality and respect for the collective decisions of the commission and subordinate my personal interest. I will immediately declare any personal conflict of interest that may come to my attention. Sworn and affirmed at Chester, Nova Scotia in the county of Lunenburg, this 11th day of June, 2025.
There we are.
We're back.
Wow.
You just made the cut.
Oh, my.
No one else wanted it.
It wasn't exactly a hard-fought election. And it's funny, people have been congratulating me around town, and I go, oh, thank you, thank you. You know, it's like it was this hard-fought election. But, you know, obviously somebody, it's Facebook.
It was on
probably.
Facebook. I
Yeah.
posted it.
Yeah, it's
Other
probably
people posted it.
Facebook. Is
Yeah,
where
we
it
had
comes
it
in.
on
walk
Facebook.
away and say, geez, I don't remember the election.
It's mostly people who I've known for many years, of course.
Yeah.
Newbies don't.
But who didn't know that you were already doing it for 3 years?
Yeah. No, actually, the people I'm
know?
thinking of generally would have known. Yeah.
I had a couple of private messages saying, oh, you didn't run for this time? I said, I'm still in.
Yeah, she's not ready
I'm
yet.
not ready to go yet.
Okay, so next up, we have the annual election of the chair and vice chair. The Municipal Government Act requires that village
yeah.
commissioners shall, at their first meeting after an election, elect a chair and a vice chair. So I would like to call for volunteers for, or nominations rather, for commission chair.
I would like to nominate Geraldine Pauley as commission chair.
Thank you,
I'll
Randy.
second that nomination if you need a seconder.
Thank you, Laura.
And do we have any other
I'll
nominations?
nominate Randy O'Malley.
Oh, okay. Thank you, but can I decline gracefully or should we?
You can.
I thank you, Tom, but I think I might decline. I'll stick with my present. If everybody will have me again as vice chair. Thank you, though.
Okay, going once, going twice. Okay, I declare that Commissioner Geraldine Polly is acclaimed as the chair of the commission for 2025. And now I'd like to call for nominations for commission vice chair.
May I nominate?
You may.
I would like to nominate Randy O'Malley, please.
I'll second that.
Thanks, Gloria.
Okay, going once, going twice.
So to the man in the red.
And I declare that Commissioner
We're back.
Randall O'Malley is acclaimed as the vice chair of the commission for 2025.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you very much, everyone, and I will turn the chair of the meeting over to Madam
chair.
Polly.
Okay, I'm going to place the motion on the table that the agenda of the June 11th, 2025 regular monthly meeting be approved as presented or amended. Does anyone have an amendment to the agenda as presented? You've seen it? No? Okay, may I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Gloria.
Second.
Thank you, Randy. Okay, now I'm placing on the table that the minutes of the May 21st, 2025 regular monthly meeting be approved as presented or amended. I understand you have an amendment or a slight correction.
It's a slight correction, but I think we have to get the motion on the table first.
I'll make a
Yeah.
motion.
Thank you, Gloria.
Anybody second
Second,
it?
yeah.
Okay. On page 7 of that package there, it's to do with the annual review of reimbursement and hospitality policies,
Mhm.
8.2. Actually, you have to flip over to the next page to get my issue.
Okay.
It doesn't say who moved and seconded. It doesn't say.
Yeah, I didn't catch it, and we weren't recording at that point because it was after our.
Okay, I don't really have a
Sorry,
problem
Randy,
with it.
what page was it?
Page
Page top
six.
of page 8.
Big,
Yes.
big eight on the top there.
There is no mover and seconder listed. It just says moved and seconded, and I don't know if it matters. See, I thought
it
it was,
doesn't-
Carried unanimously. so-
Yeah, you don't require to put the names of movers and
Okay,
seconders, it's
that's
just a
good.
preference.
it was the first time I ever noticed such a thing,
If,
really.
if it had not been unanimous.
Yeah, I could, yeah, no, I have no complaints. So we don't have to amend it since there's nothing to amend it with.
Great,
Okay.
thank you.
You're just showing that you read every single word of this.
Well,
thing.
mostly,
Makes it
yeah, I do.
possible.
Good catch, Randy.
It's just odd. Yeah, I've never seen that before.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if you have seen the package, you know that somehow or another we overlooked an application for our community grants. So as is usual, I will place a motion on the table. Well, I don't think we need to start with the motion right now. The application is from the Chester Farmers Market.
At which point I should declare that I am the president of the Chester Farmers Market.
Which makes you a
You're in
little,
conflict.
I'm in conflict, I didn't, she did the application, the manager does them on her own, I see my address here, I see my photo here, so I am quite involved. So, but I can still discuss the matter, right?
you
I just
may
cannot
discuss
vote.
it, but you may not vote on it.
Okay,
Well, if you're in conflict, no, you don't discuss it.
Yeah, because that could be advocacy, so.
You
Yeah.
would technically,
I won't,
you would leave the room, leave it.
oh, okay. So what do you want to do, want me to leave?
So why are you in conflict? You have to declare it.
Well,
She
I would
hasn't
say
just
you are.
declared she's in conflict.
She already said it.
Yeah, if
I'm
you
not,
are,
I'm not gonna vote on whether we get the grant or anything like that.
no, but you can't make comment either.
Okay, all right, well, then I won't make it. Okay, I won't make any comments.
So we're not gonna insist on she leave.
I can leave if you prefer.
No.
It's up to her.
Or just.
No,
Yeah.
I said all of that, okay.
Yeah, just sit there. It's fine.
I didn't even know they did this last year. I didn't even know this took place last year.
This is
Yeah.
a new applicant, so it's.
No, but their thing they had there, I don't, of course,
Yeah.
I don't know anything
We're
that
fine,
goes
we can
on.
go.
This is the barbecue of July the
Yeah.
first, is it?
No,
No.
No,
It's a customer appreciation barbecue.
I don't know when it occurs. I don't think
it was
it's,
deep.
It says it's June 27th or July 4th are the.
so yeah, they don't interfere,
July
with-
4th, that's where it was in my
don't
head.
interfere with the
It's the
historical
market, it's the
society.
market before candidate, whatever that happens to.
Okay, so
That's
Market
what
before
it's-
candidate
time.
day?
For candidate, that would be, the 27th, yeah.
Oh. What was I gonna say? I gather, are we on the table now or not?
Yes,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. There's been a motion then? or
okay,
something?
I'll just give a little bit of background on it. What we had done is, you will recall, we had the $10,000 budget. We spent to the applicants that were on the table, 9,000 of that
Yeah.
dollars. And then we assigned $1,000 to the Visitors Information Center. So now what we're doing is we're bringing that money back into the grant.
And so basically $1,000 is the amount we're
We're
willing,
gonna give them,
we
give them
would,
that.
Well, that's up to you guys.
Well,
We're
yeah,
just
but
bringing
that's
the
what I'm
That's where
saying.
you get the money if,
Yeah.
whatever we choose.
well, we did save money, as I think Heather brought up, on the election and various other things.
Granted,
So-
but it's just tidier to bring
It
the
should
grant
come
money
from
back.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree, but we may be able to make it up on that end
We-
in the
we're gonna
budget,
deal with
yeah.
this
yeah.
first.
So right now, what we're doing is we're saying, okay, we're gonna bring that money back into our grant budget, okay? And, then at that point, then it is up to the commissioners to decide. They have asked for $1,800. We don't have to give them $1,800. We can give them $2, or we can give them 500, or we can give them the entire 1,000. It's up to
Yeah.
We
you
didn't
guys.
give anybody what they asked for. did we?
Yeah, no.
No, hardly ever.
We try to split it up, yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, well, what did we give most people? 50% of what they asked? I can't remember.
But I think we just,
Yeah,
somehow or other.
we just
gave
divided
two,
up
two,
what we
and
had,
one,
yeah.
And so we had $1,000 left, so we can offer them the $1,000 that we have left. Gloria?
I read in here too that they've also approached other people for donations as well, is that
That's
right?
part of the deal, I think, anyway.
Yeah,
For us to give them money, they have to try other places as well.
Oh, do they?
I think
they
it's in there
approached,
somewhere.
So if you would
a
like.
food place and
I've
another
got a
group.
chart up on the screen, let me just get it here, that shows what was requested, whoops. So
Yeah, it's right here in our paper.
There was, where it all went to, yeah.
Oh, did
Yeah,
I include it?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's all here.
Oh, no, sorry, I
Oh.
meant of all the ones that.
All
we
the
got
other
this
ones.
Oh,
year.
yeah.
So this column shows what the various applicants requested, and this one shows what was granted to date.
So have they gotten anything from any of the other places?
Well, do we ever ask that question? I don't
Not
know.
generally, but that's part of the thing, is that they should try to
Yeah.
approach other, who was it that we brought that up one time? there?
Yeah. But
Anyway, I don't
really,
know.
it's none of our
Yeah.
business
No,
if they
no,
were
not
successful or
true,
not.
no.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't police that.
Yeah.
Oh, of course not, no, it was just like I said. I
I'll
read
make a
it
motion,
somewhere.
get this thing going. I make a motion that we give them $700.
Okay, well, the motion is made, you got a second?
Seconded, if you want to discuss it, you have to have a seconder. Doesn't mean it's approved, I'm just getting it going.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I'll
that's
second.
fine.
Second, now you can discuss it.
Is there any great benefit to us holding back $300 on something like this? That this way we use up the budget and we don't have to deal with it anymore this year. Well.
Oh,
it's
we could
passed
use that 300 for the
for-
visitor station too.
Oh, but they're gonna be looked after. It's,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got some money left because we
yeah,
didn't have the
yeah,
election.
that's not, it's more than $1,000 that'll be
Yeah.
coming that way. If we had nothing, well, that'd be different, but I believe there's a significant amount. of
Okay,
money.
listen, rather than speak all night at this, someone make another motion. Let's,
No, we can vote on yours if you wish.
no, I just did it to get
Well,
it
the motion's on the table,
Table.
it must be voted on or
Yeah.
amended.
amended.
Well,
You
there
can
was no
amend the motion.
second, right? Or unless
Yeah.
Gloria
Yeah,
did.
Gloria
Can we
seconded.
amend it
Okay.
that we give them $1,000?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Yes. Okay,
Is that
so,
what are you amending the
Yeah, I'll
motion?
amend.
all right,
You're
and
gonna second.
Randy,
I
you're
will.
gonna second.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to ask for a vote on the amended motion to give them $1,000.
Aye, or
Okay.
whatever.
Okay?
Yeah.
Unanimous.
Hi.
Okay,
Good.
you may come back to the table, Laura.
You can come out of the penalty box.
Penalty box, yeah. Is hockey still, oh yes, they're down to the
And
Stanley
then
Cup
the
now.
second motion is that X number of dollars of unspent motion for the AGM and or election in the 2025-26 village budget be reallocated to the Visitor Information Center. If you would be so kind to
I
help
would
me
move,
out there,
I would move that,
thank you.
yes.
I'll second.
How much are we, I don't know.
We're just the $1,000.
Is it 1,000? No, I don't know.
I'll take
No.
more, I'll
No,
take more.
No, I just asking how
Yeah.
much.
I figured.
Kinda
nice to
know what
three
you're-
maybe, isn't it?
Yeah, it's closer to 3.
Yeah.
If you could give us the 3, it would make life much simpler because I'm getting awfully tired of being the volunteer at the Visitor Information Center.
There'll be at least 1,000 remaining in the AGM budget because we weren't able to send out a flyer.
Right.
Due to
Yeah.
postal strike, and then because we didn't require an election, we should have again at least 2,000 available in that line item.
I made it like close to 3.
Yeah.
So I don't suppose it all has to stay at VOC, but, you know, or in VIC. But I mean, we might as well put it there, and I'm sure through the summer, if you wanna give people honorariums and things.
Is that what the main use for the money
That
would
is,
be
there
to
would be
pay
one
honorarium?
100% use of
Okay.
that. I am actually, I mean, I would like to know just psychologically that it's there. I would hope to be able to return it, because I'm working on, there was just $6,000 of new money announced for summer jobs. And I'm trying to get my hands on that program. It's not up on Google
That's a
yet,
federal program?
federal program.
That'd be great.
So I have my fingers crossed, but there's no guarantee, but if we can access that, then I will be able to turn that money back and use it elsewhere. But in the meantime, it would be very helpful to be able to pay honorariums to folks.
At least it would be in your budget. If it
Yeah.
doesn't get spent, right, it
Yeah.
doesn't get spent, but.
But should we have them, like, do we
Yes,
want her to
well,
return that if you get your
Or if
other
I don't
money?
spend it, then it
Yeah,
comes
no, I know
back.
you're not gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we put that in a motion or no?
Yes,
Or
it
no?
would have to be in a motion. Well, this is the motion that's on the floor. We
Oh.
just have to fill in the
Okay.
number 3,000.
Sure.
Of unspent funds for the AGM and or
AGM.
election, village
Okay.
budget be reallocated to the Visitor Information Center budget. So if there's a general consensus that you're willing to allow that $3,000 to go into that budget line, I will do my best not to spend it. But it would be good. to
Is
know
that the
it's
motion
there.
we're on? or-
Is that the
Yes.
motion okay, I'll make that motion.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
well, yeah, we didn't vote on the $1,000.
Yes,
did
we
But
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
Frankie and Gloria made the motion.
Yeah.
And you're just discussing it.
the motion
There
for.
was a motion made.
to
The
go
Give
to the-
$1,000 to the,
no, the amendment, and I called the
Amendments.
vote, and it was unanimous.
For
So
the
that,
market.
Well, what-
For the
okay,
American
so
market.
what's Maxine got here? Let's make sure.
Well, I got that Randy and Gloria made.
amended the motion.
funds For discussion, but perhaps.
Yeah, and then I called the vote.
Tom said give him 7.
I originally made the motion.
Yes.
And then I
Gloria,
amended it.
Amended it or asked for it to be amended.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this is a different motion than
Yeah.
last.
Yeah, and that's the motion we voted on.
Yeah, we
is the
already,
amended
that was my
motion.
question. Do we vote on that? I
That
don't
was the
remember.
vote to give $1,000
To the other
Farmers
guy.
the Chester
Yeah.
Farmers
Yeah,
Market.
yeah. And we did that.
Yes,
So this is the motion.
This is a
Yeah.
second motion.
Okay,
I was just letting Maxine
I
catch
just
up.
kind of lost the plot there
Yeah.
about where we were.
confused
Yeah.
you.
You got that,
Max.
Maxine?
That's why we recorded. Yep.
Okay, so now we're on
Now
to
we're on the unspent funds.
Does Vic
Yes.
get the money in their budget?
$3,000, is that what it is?
Well, roughly, yeah. something
To a
like that.
maximum of $3,000
Maximum.
to be returned if others
Reallocated and
well,
returned
returned
if
if
not
funding
spent.
not required.
Yeah.
Hmm,
How does that, or, yeah,
Yeah,
to
so-
fund other funding.
Something of that nature.
Okay, so that's the motion.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
motion.
I'll second that.
Who moved it? I've lost.
Mulrooney.
Yeah, Laura.
Mulrooney,
yeah.
Mulrooney.
There you go.
Okay. M&M. Okay. Any further discussion?
Well, you have to vote on that, don't you?
Well, I had to find out if there's further discussion. No? Then I would like to place the motion for a vote. All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Okay, external committee reappointments. The municipalities EDI advisory, mouth not working, advisory committee. Laura, are you willing to continue to stand on that committee?
Yes,
Yes. Okay, then I will ask someone to move that the village commission reappoint Commissioner Laura Mulrooney to be its representative on the municipality of Chester's Equity, Diversity and Inclusion Advisory Committee. May I have a mover? Thank you, Gloria.
Second.
Thank you, Randy. Any discussion? No? May I have the vote, please? All in favor? Thank you. The municipalities village planning advisory committee. Randy, are you willing to continue to stand on that
I am.
committee? Thank you. Then I'm going to place this motion on the table that the village commission reappoint Commissioner Randy O'Malley to be its representative on the municipality of Chester's Village Planning Advisory Committee. So, a mover, Gloria, second, Tom, Gloria, somebody, okay.
Tom did it.
Tom,
yeah.
is there any further discussion on that motion? No, I'll call the vote, all in favor? Unanimous. Reminder, there's a stipend per meeting of $61.40. Don't forget to submit your
Oh,
votes.
yeah, no, we have to go.
Is there any correspondence? The answer is no.
track.
The reports, Chair, I think you guys can probably manage with the report that I gave for the AGM. Clerk treasurer report with IT supplier to date, Heather.
Okay, so I'll just quickly go through this. The May bank statement has been reconciled. The village main operations account opened the month with $723,954 and ended with $442,053, which reflects the move of the GRIT grant, the $242,000 to the reserve. Account balances as of June 6th are listed in a chart that you should have in a copy. I moved one of the documents that was handed out after. 24-25 audit, as that has just been approved, the next steps will be to receive the final documents for the auditor for signatures and then to be posted. HST rebate, the notices of assessment for the 24-25 HST rebate have been received in the amounts of 17,500 for Q1 to 2 and 14,377 for quarters 3 to 4. A check for the lacquer has been received. We're still awaiting the formal one. They seem to have processed them backwards. Note that this is not considered income by the auditor, so you won't see this show up in a reconciliation as it's a rebate on HST that was paid out. Lido Pool lifeguards have been hired for summer 2025. An orientation meeting will be scheduled for June 26th, when the high school marking days are happening. Lido repairs project, the interior pool wall repair work by J Mason Contracting is completed. Regarding the awning replacement, I have quite a few estimates collected, but I'm
Excuse me.
waiting on the final one.
Can I ask you a question
Yeah.
before we go to that? It's to drive about the pool.
Mhm.
Forget the gentleman that's doing the work, Mason, I think. Yeah. Has he, like, everything's fixed in that pool.
Mhm.
Has he indicated, like, is that good for 5, 6 years now, or?
The exterior, gosh, I can't remember now because that was done in the fall. I think it's a good like 10
I
years.
just dug it up.
But I want to get the other piece of that wall done, so there's gonna be.
But we
further
sort of have
steps.
beat it like it's, we've got it fixed?
The worst of it is fixed, yes.
Okay, all right.
We will have ongoing maintenance because you just.
Oh, there's always gonna be
So,
maintenance.
It's not a
Yeah.
new rule.
No, I know, I just don't suggest however.
They did a really comprehensive work on the outside.
Yeah, I was down there one day watching.
Yeah, that one I
We can
think-
Pretty
share.
They
Yeah.
scraped it all down and
Yeah.
built it back up. It was,
I did see that somewhere. but I can't-
Okay, sorry about that, go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. Regarding the awning replacement, I have quite a few estimates collected, but I'm waiting on a final one from the company who put up the awning we have now. My request to them got lost in their junk, so I spoke to them again last week. So I'll circulate a report on that when I have it, which I kind of thought I might have it tonight, but I don't, so it'll be in the next few days, I expect. And we can decide whether we want to proceed this year or not, as there would be the money allocated from the replacement of just the fabric, and then there's also some unspent funds in the repair budget. So we'll see how we do, you'll get the report. Public washroom accessibility projects, the materials have been purchased for the washroom retrofit work, I'm just waiting confirmation of the work dates.
Need some water? You got water?
I could read it if you
Yeah.
want. Okay.
The,
So the all outdoors landscaping reports that the materials have been purchased for the washroom retrofit work, and we're waiting for confirmation for the work dates. There's the revised lakeside Lido pool and public washroom sign was confirmed with New Century Signs, and we're waiting for the production timeline. There was a site visit yesterday with the metal fabricator to finalize the price on the concrete ramp being installed in the fall. That's part of our accessibility grant. All outdoors landscaping subcontractor for the accessible pool ramp, J Mason Contracting, plans to do the installation after the swimming season in September. A revised project cost sheet will be provided once this is all in. And then.
I'm comfortable that we're within our budget though.
Yeah, that's good. And then the IT supplier, there is a memo attached. Which is, if you guys have been keeping up with this, we need to revise our IT
Supplier.
supplier. If, do you want me to read it, or have you already read it and I'm just repeating
I
what
think
you've
I've-
already seen?
Is this the one that's going to do what you want? Where you were going on about easy to use, simple to use?
I have not actually talked to them, so.
It'll be it's pretty similar because the requirements don't change. We still have to have Microsoft, we still have to have antivirus, we still have to have data backups. We still have to have security, et cetera, et cetera. But because we're a small organization, I was able to go back to one of the suppliers to bring down their estimate quite a lot. And I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, but will we get the service after you've beaten them down?
Well,
Yeah.
Well, our needs
there's
are
a
not
certain
huge.
amount of
Yeah.
security and so
Yeah.
on that we're obliged to have.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have a choice
So
on
will
it.
this require redoing of like our tablets and things, or if we go with a new person?
No.
Still gonna use Outlook and all that sort of stuff? Okay.
Yeah, the only, and it doesn't increase the budget, it's actually gonna reduce it.
Yeah, well, that was the point. yeah.
So it's cheaper.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are we, does it say the name?
We
of-
don't know.
G23 Technologies.
And where are they out of?
They are in Hammond's Plains.
Oh.
And why is it that we have to stay with Microsoft?
That's because we need it. We need Word, we need Excel, we need PowerPoint, we need.
And Outlook comes with the deal,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
We get the
Unfortunately,
full suite.
it would be a
of
government
all the
website.
products. Yeah, and
Okay.
you folks just get Outlook, you don't need all the rest of
Yeah.
it. but-
Yeah,
I like all that stuff. The only thing I don't like is the email.
it's Microsoft is the de facto standard in
Yeah.
the industry.
I mean, you know,
It's what people in government use.
Yeah.
I don't like Outlook. I don't like the way it doesn't, what's the word? Thread
I
several
don't really
emails
care,
on the
but you
same.
guys don't sound like you're happy.
You can reset that, I can show you how to reset.
well,
that.
unfortunately, we're stuck with certain government
Yeah, I
requirements
know,
that
so-
we can't.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can live with it, it's just that, I just find it, I
I don't
keep
like
getting the
messing
same
either.
thing more and
I can help.
more
with
than
that.
once, you
I hate
know, from you, and it comes in, and then it comes in from Geraldine, and then it comes in from you again, and,
Yeah.
you know, that kind of, I
It's very
use my own
irritating.
email client, so.
Yeah, these systems that are like government required and so on, they remind me a lot of insurance. To me, insurance is legislated robbery.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
and-
essentially
and
what,
This to me is legislative money going to these companies for no good reason. You know, we could get the same kind of security.
So we're paying 3,000 now, you've got it down.
Yeah,
yes,
Oh, that's good.
yeah, but it might go to like 15, and we stayed with the guys we're with
Well,
now.
I think we had no choice but to
We
leave.
really
the
had
other
to.
Yeah,
people.
they were gonna
The
put it up
cost
to
was gonna be
15 or something, you know?
astronomical.
So basically, what we're discussing here is, as a provider, is exclusive of the other insurance we have, cyber
Yeah,
theft or
this
whatever.
isn't it's not actually insurance, it's like,
It's
more
the
like,
program.
It's
think
a
about
provider,
Yeah.
yeah,
it, yeah.
but
Because of the
separately, there's
security
an
and the
entry
records
for the, in case
It's
somebody
risk
breaks
management.
in and does all that sort of shit. That's a security thing, though, and it's different than what we're
Yeah, this is-
discussing here, yeah.
This is-
Yeah, which puzzles me completely, because we're supposed to have this for security, but then we have to buy security on top of this. so
Yeah.
Well,
anyway.
for identity theft, and
Yeah.
that sort of stuff.
This is cybersecurity, the other thing is insurance for cyber.
Yeah, more or less,
I
yeah,
know.
anyway,
It's
we gotta
endless.
do it, there's nothing we can do.
We are stuck with it.
So because it doesn't actually increase the budget, a motion's not needed, but I always am happy to
No.
have one.
Yeah, good job, Heather, I mean,
So you're still
Not the-
vetting
not the
the
most-
supplier, or that's
Oh,
who we're
no,
going
that's
with?
what's who we're going with.
Okay, and we're under budget,
Yeah, and I
that
wanna track
I'm
financially
good
is
with that.
a good deal.
It's cheaper.
yeah.
Do we?
I didn't wanna go like super cheap, you know, where they'd say, well, we don't do that. We don't do that either.
Do you need a motion
you
for
know.
this?
You don't need
No.
it because
No,
it's
we don't.
over the
No,
budget.
not really, just
I
do
always
it.
like to have one if you don't mind.
Sure,
I'll make a motion
sure.
that you do it.
I'll second the motion.
Let's go with that. It's cheaper, saving us money.
Yeah, you can put the company's name in that.
Okay, so moved by Gloria, seconded by Randy, is that correct?
Yeah.
Any further discussion? No, call for the vote, all in favor, aye,
Thank you very much.
okay.
I'll be happy to get that going.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
So just for the record, the Chester Fire Services Committees entered their minutes for the May 17th meeting. And does
For
anyone
information.
feel the need to discuss that? No. The Lunenburg County Accessibility Advisory Committee, their minutes have been submitted for April the 2nd. That's the committee I'm on. Does anybody feel the need to discuss that? No?
We didn't reelect you yet, though.
She wasn't unelected. She's not new.
She doesn't need to be.
Oh, that's right, sorry. about that, Julie.
Randy.
My mistake. Yeah. Well, I thought, gee, she skipped over that after she got the other two. But that's right, yeah, you're already
Okay,
there.
and then the VPAC, Randy, that meeting was canceled.
Yes,
And.
June was
Was
canceled, yeah.
there an EDI meeting since
Last
the
night-
last meeting?
Last night, there was one I could not attend. I had to be in 3
That's right.
places at the same
That's right.
time. They have trouble getting people showing up, and it's a big committee.
Oh, is that right?
So, but
Uh-huh.
I'll request the minutes.
Okay,
Actually, I got the minutes.
All right, then we have one item, new business, and that, I brought that to the table. The Lunenburg County Senior Safety Program has asked us if we know of someone who might be willing to sit on their committee. It's quite a high-level committee, actually, the mayor of Mahone Bay sits on it, the chief of police from Bridgewater, the senior RCMP officer. There's quite a few interesting people on the committee. And they're looking into ways, means, and so on, safety for seniors. And I'm throwing that out to you, if you know someone that you might consider suitable to approach, to ask if they might consider joining this committee. I'm pretty sure that we've all got our own things that I'm pretty sure none of us will.
I
want
have
to
too much
step
on my
up.
plate right now.
Yeah. But I throw that out to you in case you know anyone who might be interested in that. Does anyone have an urgent need for a commissioner roundtable?
I would just like to ask the question, having been on the commission a year, what the hell is the roundtable?
We don't know.
Nobody's ever brought it up. Is it,
What's
what
the
the hell's it?
Laura brought it up a few times to do with her,
Not since I've been on.
It's
but-
just news items of
Yeah.
something that might be of something that you.
not
learned
really
about.
business in that sense, but
Like
like
if you
when the
were
new
doing
people
something
came
you wanted
from
to
Syria
share
and
with
stuff
other
like that.
people, or, you know,
Oh,
that
sounds
kind
like
of.
you
Gotcha.
had a
That was just a
media
curiosity
report
question.
on VOC, I didn't see that.
No, I saw it in the VIC was in the progress.
Yeah, and we're also, they're running a, what do we call it, public service announcement at, I always forget the titles, the Hubbard Station. What do you call it?
Oh,
Oh, the radio
Shore?
station down there?
Yeah. in
Shore
Shore.
FM or something?
Shore.
or-
Cove FM.
Cove
Cove
FM,
FM,
yeah.
that's it.
Geez, that-
And I did approach the masthead without luck, but he said that he might run an article for us in the next edition.
Cause a new one just came
Yeah.
out today.
The Bridgewater one, it's an old buddy of mine, so we're gonna slip that one in.
Did you get a copy for yourself?
No, I
Oh, I
haven't
have
got a copy.
some. I have,
Okay,
I'll see if it's
I'll give you one
online
for
too.
the-
yeah. So that was kind of nice. It just tells people that we're, as a commission, you know, we've got a new little project going. And believe it or not, we've had some pretty good luck at getting some folks to volunteer so far. I don't know how well that will go for the whole summer, but it's going reasonably well. I've got meetings next week with some merchants who might be willing to spend a day there. So it's moving along.
I was I'm the contact, the community contact for Chester on CBC once a month, if you're up at 6:15.
I've heard you on there.
So my last story, well, it was supposed to be Zoe Valley Library, which is all reopened, a new person.
Yeah.
Gonna have community spaces, offer wedding venue in the garden, which is nice because it had been kind of not doing much.
Yeah, I did their open house and it's beautiful. venue.
Is the tower open anymore?
Yes, you could get married up there. But, so I couldn't connect with that woman, that's what I was gonna do for my story, so I did do about the food bank, which now has, a night food bank once a month.
Really? That's
Because,
new.
well, it's new because people are working and still poor,
Wow,
so
that's sad, isn't it?
it's very sad. I mean, they're serving 100 people every week at the Wednesday one,
Yeah.
which is,
I know a couple of the volunteers for the visitors information center are folks who only have old age security and then that funny supplement they have if you've got nothing except your old age security.
Guaranteed income
Guaranteed.
supplement? Yeah.
And honest to God, I don't know how they get from 1 month to the next.
Do you have to apply for that?
No, you get it automatically if
Yeah,
your
when you-
income is below
Yeah.
a certain
Yeah.
level.
And I mean, your income has to be pretty,
but I'm flush now because I got a letter from Service Canada today and I'm getting an increase in my pension from $200. I'm getting $7.50 every month.
That's
Yeah,
all
I got
I
it.
There's
I got
a
one
rest
last week.
here for you.
I got one last week.
$7.50, oh man.
That's
I wouldn't even
gotta
buy
be
a beer.
CPP, is it,
Yeah.
or something?
It's a weird thing. It
It's
was
a
amazing.
waste of time, really.
Okay, we have no in camera, so we don't need to resume the public meeting. I will accept a motion to adjourn.
So
Thank you,
moved.
Randy.
I gotta go to Martin River now.
It's over there.
Gotta take some stuff over to the trailer.